Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to walk through a really simple guide on how to open and read your emails. We'll take it one step at a time, so by the end, you'll feel completely confident and in control. You know, it's completely normal to feel a little bit unsure when you're starting something new, especially with technology. But don't you worry. Our whole goal here is to make you feel comfortable and in charge by the end of this short explainer. So here's our game plan. First, we'll cover the basics of what email even is. Then we'll move on to finding your mailbox, how to open an email safely, and finally, a few really important tips on how to stay secure. Let's get started. Okay, let's dive right in. First up, what exactly is email? Honestly, the simplest way to think about it is, well, it's like your own personal digital post office. And that's really all there is to it. Instead of a paper letter showing up in that metal box outside, an email, which is just short for electronic mail, is a digital letter that arrives in a digital mailbox on your device. It's way faster, but the core idea? It's exactly the same. And just like regular mail, these emails can come from all sorts of places. You'll get messages from family and friends, maybe a receipt from a store, or updates from clubs or groups you're part of. It's a really handy tool for all kinds of communication. All right, now that we know what email is, let's actually find your digital mailbox. This is our first action step, and it's a super easy one. So on your computer or phone screen, just look for a little picture. We call that an icon. It often looks like a little envelope, or maybe it has a name on it you recognize, like Gmail or Outlook. Once you find it, just move your mouse pointer right over it and give it one single click. That's it. Okay, now for the main event, opening a message. And this is so important to remember. You are in complete control of this whole process. Nothing happens until you choose to make it happen. When you open your email program, you'll see a list of messages. We call this your inbox. The very first thing to do is just look, see who sent them, find one from a name you know. Maybe it's a friend or a store you like. Then just move your mouse over it and click it once to open it up. And voila, the email is open for you to read. If it's a longer message, no problem. You can use that little scroll bar on the right side of the screen to move down and see the rest of it. When you're all done reading, just look for a little X or maybe a back arrow. Clicking that will take you right back to your main list of messages. Simple as that. And seriously, remember, there's no rush at all. Take all the time you need to read and just get comfortable with how it all works. You're doing a fantastic job. A huge part of feeling confident with email is knowing how to stay safe. A good way to think about it is like your front door. You want to know who you're opening it for, right? It's not about being scared. It's just about being smart. And you know, you can almost always tell the difference between a safe email and a suspicious one. A safe email is usually from a name you recognize with a subject that makes sense, like lunch on Friday. But a suspicious one, it might come from a really weird address, and the subject might sound way too urgent or just too good to be true. Always trust your gut here. If it feels off, it probably is. So here are a few key safety tips to keep in mind. Try to avoid clicking on links or opening files from people you don't know. And never, ever reply to an email with personal information like passwords or your bank details. Oh, and be really careful with any message that tries to make you feel rushed or panicked. That's almost always a red flag. We've covered all the basics, so let's just do a super quick review of the most important points to make sure you're feeling ready. Now, the most important takeaway from all of this is right here. You are in control. Every single click is your choice. Nothing happens by magic. You are always the one in the driver's seat. So, let's quickly recap. First, email is just a digital mailbox. That's it. Second, always look at the sender's name before you open anything. Third, go at your own pace. There's no race. And finally, if you don't recognize or trust an email, it is absolutely okay to delete it without even opening it. I really hope this little guide has helped you feel more confident about using email. It's such a powerful tool for staying in touch with everyone. For more simple and safe technology lessons just like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching.